Hi everybody, come on in the closet and let's chit chat a little while I take off my makeup, take off the day, and get ready for bed. Just wanted to come in and chit chat a little with you, show you my nighttime routine while we chit chat. Is the camera okay? Yeah, right there. Let's put my hair out of the way, and how I do it is I use a wet washcloth with nothing on it, and I just start by wiping off my makeup, and that's how I start. So, been really busy the last few days with doctor's appointments for my husband. He's going to be having surgery on the 21st. He's had to go to heart doctors and urologist and all that kind of stuff. He's been getting shots in his eyes. Has anybody heard of that? Because where he's a diabetic, he's been having trouble. And then also, another thing, they said that the, the pressure in his eye was not good. It was too low, so he's been getting shots for a while now. So the pressure has come up some. The pressure's up to 22, I think they said, or 20, something like that. So that's good. Okay, now I got my washcloth. What I do with my, oh there. Take these little pads I get, these little cleansing pads. And I'm trying out, I don't know if I like this micellar water as much as I like the one from, what is the name of that? Anyway, the first one that come out by Garnier, is that what it's called? Garnier. I don't know if I like this as good. It's cheaper, hence the word cheaper, because usually when it's cheaper, it is very cheap. But anyway, I've been trying it out. Now, I'm not sure. See, it won't even take off my foundation, my eyeshadow. Or, doesn't take off a whole lot of anything. See, I'm not sure it was worth the price that I paid, because it was cheaper, you know. The other one is like $7 and something. And this one, it was like, I'm wanting to say $4.99. It says 3-in-1 makeup remover, eyes, face, and lips. Well, you see what it does for the eyes. This is that Ace Beauty eyeshadow I talked about in one of my videos that you all liked. And I'm going to do a tutorial on that. Someone asked me to. So my next video will probably be a tutorial on that. So I don't know if this is going to work. Let me get my washcloth and go again with it. See, a lot come off all by itself. So let's see. Let's turn it over and use this side. But anyway, he's been doing all those tests and everything. So I'm out of... I got a hair in my mouth. I'm out of a lot of my skincare that I usually use. I haven't been able to get it. I haven't been able to afford it, but I will be getting it now that I'm an artiste. You know, I draw a check. That's what people around here call an artiste. An artist. You're an artist if you draw a check. Now that I get my Social Security, which I'm not getting that much, but I am allowing myself so much out of that a month to buy things I want and need. So, instead of using it all for bills, we did fine with, you know, we did pretty good. We didn't do fine, but we got behind a little. But anyway, we did fine without that. So, if we done fine without it, we just have to juggle bills, you know, juggle utilities, pay one here and forget one there, and I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but all fun and no play. I mean, all play and no fun. All work and no play is no fun. That's what I was trying to say. All work and no play is no fun. Alright, let me try this with... I've used it down to there, so I know. I don't think it's going to work. You see how much I've used of it? I think I might as well give up and get my other... Because I don't like how rough I have to be on my... See, it didn't even bring off any of that. Well, it looks worse to me than it does on camera. It didn't take off hardly any of my eyeshadow. So I think that's going to be a no. I discovered that this year. It didn't make my discovery and I love you. This is no. It's a no. A no. Anyway, I'll go ahead and show you what I do next. And I do love this. Doesn't take very much of it. I do love it. And it is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% Toning. I love this. And see, I've used it quite a bit. And it doesn't take very much. I just take and put a few drops on here. Just like that. It doesn't take much at all. And I just go over my whole face. That'll cleanse it too, some. I'd rather get it all off. Which, too, there's some nights I use my Clarisonic. I've had that baby for years, and I love her. I have to say, I love her. I mean, I know acid around the eyes, but that's okay. I got tough skin. Let me put a little on the edge. Oh my God, I didn't get none of my makeup off with that junk. As I usually wash with soap and water. Not soap, but you know, with a cleanser and water and a rag. And then I use that. But that's kind of crazy to buy that and use, isn't it? Don't you think? Look at that, ladies. So, yeah, that stuff didn't get none of my makeup off. Let me get it all off here. Anyway, how y'all been doing this week? I'm telling you, we had to go drive about 2 hours away to see my husband. My husband's doctor. What is wrong with me tonight? I'm not talking right. And I also wanted to chit-chat about, I wanted to tell a story about one time. I was 30, I'm going to say 30, yeah, I was 37. And my son had his first child, which was a little boy. Dakota Darian Blankenship was his name. And when he was just about a month old, well, we noticed it before, but he was real floppy. His arms, he would put them up and he would, put his, look how dirty, ladies. He would put his legs up a little bit, but they'd mostly lay open to the side. His legs would flop to the side, like his knees would touch the bed. And I knew something was wrong. My husband knew something was wrong. We knew something was wrong. So the next time he went to the doctor, I went with him, and I had his doctor, which is, oh, he was the best pediatrician. I loved him, and he left this area, which I still know where he's at and all that, and we keep in touch a little bit. I took, my daughter took her children to him because our family just loved him so much. So I'm going over it one more time. Oh my God, girls. And so anyway, I told him, I said, he's not responding like he should. It seems like he can't move as much, and he's kind of, his legs. So he started studying and looking up things that he had seen, and he came up with that he thought he had what people called as floppy baby syndrome. That was the not medical term for it, but it was floppy baby syndrome, and it was spinal muscular atrophy was the medical term. Well, I had been in the medical field for years as a CNA, you know, and you see things, you know things, and anyway, I knew it wasn't good. So he sent him to a hospital away from here, and they done tests on him, and sure enough, he was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy. Atrophy means wasting away, and it was his nerves that was wasting away. In other words, he was growing older faster than he would have normally. Okay, I let this dry, and then the next thing I put on is my vitamin E, not vitamin E, vitamin C with vitamin E oil drops in it. So for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead. And I make my own, so I just fill her up. I put a lot. Can you see how much I got? Anyway, I just rub it together like this, and I just go all over my face and neck. By the way, I have my house coat on. And I kind of massage it. It looks like I'm massaging hard, but I'm really not. I kind of just massage it into my skin, just like this, over my eyes. I get it everywhere. And sometimes I'll go back and put even more, just like that. I put the vitamin E on it because the vitamin E is a stabilizer. Now, if you don't like, or you're allergic to vitamin E, which some people are, and you don't like the slip, I like the slip of it too. You can use vegetable glycolic. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I forget what it's called, but it's a glycerin, vegetable glycerin. Okay, and I let that dry. Let me see. Let me find my little thing here and let it dry pretty fast. My grandson got me this. I thought that was just the cutest thing. He brought me this home from their little thing at school. So I'll let that dry. I usually wait about 5 to 10 minutes in between each thing. Let it all soak in. I'm getting ready to do another TCA peel. Let me fix that, how I use it. Okay, and then the next thing I use, it's like I said in my last video, or not last, but one before. I love this stuff. It's the Lumia by WV. I love it. I can tell a difference in around my eye, and I just use a half a pump, not even a whole pump. The only thing I don't like about it is it's losing the gold off of here, and I have had to get it off of my eye, but it's about gone. So, and then I just take this little tiny bit, and I just rub it between my fingers, and I just gently put it on all the way around. I rub it, massage it. And yes, it does tingle. When I first started using it, I couldn't feel anything, and they told me it had active ingredients. So I started using it, and they told me it would tingle because it did have the active ingredients, and it didn't do anything. But the more I use it, the more tingle I feel, and I just spread it everywhere. Yep, everywhere. Anywhere I think I would be good for it. Okay, and let's fan it and let it dry. But yeah, anyway, my grandson was in the hospital. Like I said, I was 37, and they put him in the hospital. Well, you know, I wanted to speak a little bit about kindness. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, but then I decided before I come in here what I was going to talk about. We need to be kind to people. And the reason being is that day in particular, my grandson was finally on a respirator, and we knew he was dying, and we knew he wasn't going to make it. And yes, I can talk about it now because it's been 20 years. He would have, if he would have lived, he would have been 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. He would have been 10, 15. He would have been 23 years old. That was my very first grandson. And this particular day, we had to go somewhere shopping. And anyway, yeah. We had left the hospital, and I had needed to go pick up a few things in this Walmart that was close to the hospital. The next thing I use is the hyaluronic acid. I'm going to put that on next. And I make my own of this too. That's what I made, is what's in here. I just leave this on here because I bought the hyaluronic acid, and it's cheap. It's very cheap, but I found a cheaper way, so I just started making my own. And I just put about a half a dropper full. And I just do just like this, and I just start putting it on there. Anyway, had to go to Walmart. Well, at 37, I was 38. That's right, 38. I was overweight, very overweight. Had real long hair clear down my back. Very, I always cleaned up, always wore my makeup, always tried to fix my hair. But we were at the hospital. And whatever I have left, I just rub on the back of my hands with the hyaluronic acid, because you can never get enough moisture. And I drink a lot of water all day, every day. A lot of water. But anyway, this one particular day, we was walking into the, into Walmart. I needed to get some things. I just left the hospital long enough to run and get a few things I needed, because I never left the hospital. I stayed right by his side because I wanted him to have, I knew he wasn't going to have a long life, but I wanted him to have the best life that he could have in his 6 little months. So I read to him, and I would sing to him, and I would do plays, and, you know, like his favorite book was The Jolly Green Giant. Because I animated it. I would go fee, fi, fo, fum, and he would just ooh and ah. He couldn't talk, and he couldn't make a whole lot of noise, but his little eyes would just light up, and he would ooh and ah, and I mean, I knew he loved it. So I did everything to bring joy into his life what time he was alive, you know, his little life. And anyway, so I just went to there to get some things I needed. I needed them, you know, so my husband, he didn't know what I needed, and I was addle-brained and couldn't write it down, or I don't know. But anyway, for some reason, I left the hospital to go and pick up things I needed. So I did. This lady seen me, and I was so tired. You could tell I was tired because I hadn't had sleep in days. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't sleeping right. I was frazzled. I was, you know, well, losing a 6-month-old grandson. My son losing a 6-month-old child. His wife was in torment. He was in torment. I mean, the whole family was just, we were a mess. And this lady pointed at me, going through the parking lot, pointed at me and just said something. I don't even know what she said, but she just started dying laughing. And that made me feel so, I cried. I cried and asked God what was wrong with me. Well, there was nothing wrong with me. God told me, there's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with her. She doesn't have a humble heart. She doesn't have the heart that she needs. And it looks like I'm crying, but I'm not. It just looks, I can talk about it now without crying, but at that time I cried a lot. Okay, I use a couple other things, but I'm out of them. But right now, this is what I've gotten, this is what I've used. And I do use my Retin-A, but this is going to be a night that I don't use my Retin-A. I'm using the Alpha Lipoic Acid by The Ordinary, and this lasts so long. It lasts so long, and I keep a lot of my stuff in the refrigerator, and I just about 4 or 5 drops. And again, let me put the lid on it, because I always like to put the lid so I don't knock it over. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. We never know what that person's going through. I rub it on my hand, and I just press. We never know what that person's going through. If you can't think of anything nice to say, don't say anything. Don't say anything. That's the best thing to do. Today, me and my husband had to go to the hospital where he's going to have his surgery for pre-testing. And as I would pass women, I would notice something pretty on them or notice their hair. Tell them, what's wrong with looking at someone and saying, oh, you look so pretty today. Oh, I think your makeup's so pretty. Oh, your hair. I seen a lady that had short hair and it was white, but you could tell she had put like a lavender color on it. Now, my favorite hair on an older woman, I'm not kidding you, is that blue hair look or lavender hair. Oh, it looks so pretty. Her hair was so pretty. I said, oh, your hair, I love it. And then the lady that came in and took my husband's blood, she had on sparkly nail polish. And I said, oh, look, you like sparkle like I like sparkle. She said, yep. And then she began to talk. And just by her talking, I found out that she loves the Lord. She loves the Lord like I do. And I said, you know, that's the way it should be. We shouldn't have to say, hey, my name's Susie and I'm a Christian. When I open my mouth, you should know that the Lord is in my life. And I could tell. When she left the room, I looked at my husband. I said, boy, you can tell she got Jesus in her heart. And I just loved that. I loved it. But I just press, and I press it all over. Just like that. And I'm done. And that's how I'll go to bed. It's just, I'll take my earrings and everything out. I'm going to wipe off my hands. But be kind. We can't express that enough. Don't make remarks that in front of people, you know, or even on social media that may hurt someone's feelings or, you know, because we never know what kind of day they're having. We never know what they've been through in their life. But to me, God puts us through no more than what we can handle. God knows I've been through a lot. And I've come through everything that I went through victorious because of my Lord and Savior. He loves me, so He takes care of me. But even if you don't have Jesus in your heart, you have compassion. At least have compassion. And tell someone that they look nice. Or, you know, tell someone, hey, I love your outfit. Oh, your outfit looks so pretty on you. Even if you don't know them, you're passing by and you just say, oh, I love your outfit. Oh, I love your hair. Oh, and that piece of jewelry is beautiful. Your makeup looks nice today. I've had people tell me that they like my makeup. You look so pretty today. Your makeup looks so pretty. And that makes my day. I mean, and there's been times where I would have loved for someone to say to me, my heart was so low and I was so down and felt so bad that if someone would have looked at me and said, you look pretty today, that would have brightened my day. We never know what other people's going through. They may have just lost a loved one. They may have just had a breakup. They may have, you know, just got news from a doctor that's not good news. They may be just feeling sad because they don't have any family members around. You never know. Just be kind. Be kind. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, enjoy my little chit chat and my little message here, please give me a thumbs up. Share me around because I love to travel and you're the only way I'm going to get to. So go out and comment. Give someone some joy in their life tomorrow. And I love you, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be Thursday, and I'll be doing a video on my Ace Beauty that I got for Christmas, the little, and I love you guys. Follow me on all my social media, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to follow me. I did say that. Follow me on all my social media, and don't forget, at the end of every storm is a beautiful rainbow. God tells us that, and so did my friend. She told me and told me and told me that at the end of every storm is a beautiful rainbow in your mind. I love you guys. Bye.